Good evening from Barcelona. So I wanted to make a video on how I'm dropping my mile times and improving my cardio. And it's just a really simple, it's not easy obviously, but it's a simple method that works quite well. So if you want to improve your mile time, or if you want to just improve your overall cardio, whether that just be for your cardiovascular health, whether it be for you're training for a sport, maybe it's because you just enjoy running, whatever the reason is, this method works really well. And the reason why I want to share is because I wish there was someone that I could watch it. In the past, I wish there was a video I could have watched that's okay, do this really simple strategy and you'll get really good results from it. And so this is exactly what it is. I did this last year, it worked really well. On day one, I did a mile in around 7 minutes flat, and on day 30, I did a mile in 6 minutes 11. So I knocked 49 seconds off it in 30 days, which I think is pretty decent improvement for a short time frame. So currently what I'm doing is literally just 1 mile run as fast as possible every day. And obviously doing some warm-ups and stretches before it for 5 to 10 minutes. So some ankle rotations, calf stretches, hamstrings, quads, glutes, hips, a little bit of upper body. I have loads of videos on stretching, and I have one video in particular, a running specific warm-up. So if you want that, just let me know, I'll send you a link for it. So doing the stretches first, obviously, then doing a mile as fast as possible. And I'm using Map My Run to map the time. And that's literally it. And I'm just walking back. So I park my bike down by the W Hotel. Down there. So I literally just run a mile in that direction and then walk back. Because the thing is, when you train a mile every single day, obviously there's a certain amount of fatigue that puts on your body, and obviously you want to keep injuries to a minimum. So if I wanted to, I could jog back, but I'm keeping in mind the longer term goal. And if you're injured, you can't make any progress. So I prefer just to do the full mile and then walk back. And yeah, that works quite well. In the first week of doing it, I'm on day 7. I started off this time at 6 minutes 50. And first day I did 6:50, second day I did 6:50, third day 6:40, next day I did 6:38. I went out one night, so I kind of messed up my times, but the next day I did 6:53. Doing something is better than nothing. The next day 6:38, yesterday was 6:30, and today was 6:26. So I think that's roughly about 7 days. But I've knocked 24 seconds off my time already in just 7 days. So it just shows you being consistent with it, it works really well. The other thing is, if you do get any little tweaks or injuries, or not injuries, but kind of minor strains or whatever it is, then there's some things that you can do for that. So right now, my my calf and then going down towards my Achilles has been a little bit sore the last few days. So how I'm going to maintain that and make sure it doesn't get any worse, obviously I'm literally just sticking to the mile. I'm not doing any extra running on top of that. I'm icing as well, 2-3 times per day. So very simple. Literally went to a shop, spent €2 on buying a bag of ice. And when I'm sitting down working on the computer or whatever it is, I literally just put the ice on the chair and then rest my calf in it. So the ice is going to keep some of the inflammation down, and just making sure that I'm doing some extra stretching during the day as well. So that's basically kind of everything covered. The strategy itself is really simple. Run a mile as fast as you can and then go home, and then do the same thing the next day. Things I kind of take for granted, obviously, if you get 7.5, 8 hours sleep and get at least 90 minutes of deep sleep, that's going to help your recovery. You're going to progress faster And then obviously the food is like a whole other thing, but obviously being around calorie maintenance is going to help with your progress as well. Of course, like electrolytes, you can see I'm sweating a lot, so I'm going to cramp up tomorrow if I don't have. I'm drinking like 3 liters of water a day at the moment, and I'm using salt caps with electrolytes in it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything covered. There's probably a couple other things I go through, but that's pretty much most of the basics. If you stick to that simple strategy of running a mile a day, and even do some of the other things I mentioned, I can guarantee you'll see progress. You get fit, you'll get fitter quicker, you'll see your times drop, you'll feel good, and yeah. So that's pretty much my brain dump for this evening. If you have any questions, let me know, drop a comment down below, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.